Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Jason from Dropshipping University coming back at you with a brand new episode. In today's episode, I'm going to be telling you guys and demonstrating for you based on evidence that I've been collecting for the past 2 years why you should not be dropshipping from Amazon onto eBay. It's a terrible idea. I'm not just going to say I don't like doing it because obviously I don't like doing it, but I'm going to be showing you the real results and the penalties that will be inflicted on your eBay dropshipping store and potentially getting kicked off the platform for doing this type of dropshipping. You guys should not be doing this. You really shouldn't have been doing this in the past, but now more than ever, accounts are getting closed down and there's just way more downside than there is of good or potential good that you could get out of this. So if this sounds good to you, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit that little bell notification. That way, every single time I put out videos just like this one, you will be notified. Also, down in the description below is a link to my brand new Instagram profile. Go give that page a follow and make sure to subscribe every single day. I put out a ton of new content all the time, dropshipping tips, motivation, and all kinds of strategies that is completely exclusive to Instagram. So make sure to follow that profile. So I'm going to be going through my computer right now and demonstrating real life examples as to why you should not be dropshipping from Amazon, and also real screenshots from students in the past that have done dropshipping from Amazon to eBay against any of my advocacy. They have done so, and this is what will happen to you if you continue to dropship in that way. Okay, so here we are, guys. I'm inside of Amazon.com, and I'm going to show you some examples of products that are being dropshipped from Amazon's marketplace onto eBay. But before we get into that, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, because I am all about the truth. I want you guys to know the truth. Even if you've been doing this wrong in the past as far as dropshipping goes, there is still plenty of time for you to do it the right way and transition your business. So that I've got really good news for you, and I have actionable steps that you guys can take to get away from Amazon. So make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to this channel. Okay, so let's get into it. This right here is an Amazon Basics storage organizer, and it's $24.99 on Amazon. We know that this is an Amazon private label brand. It's Amazon Basics. It's like one of their most well-known private label brands. So $24.99 on Amazon. Let's go check this out on eBay. Here we are. This is going to be the UPC, or the manufactured part number, taken from the Amazon page, and I just put it right into eBay, and we're going to take a look at the product that's being sold. So clearly this is the same item. It's the same picture, and it's got the same title. That's going to be $29 plus free shipping on eBay, and right here it's $29.45, $30. We can see that this person is selling it for slightly more than you can purchase it directly off of Amazon. But the problem is when you factor in the cost of final value fees and any other expenses that are going to be incurred on this transaction, they are actually barely making any money. And my point here is that the profit margins are so slim. The profit margins are driven down very low because there's a lot of people that are still dropshipping from Amazon to eBay because it's a low-hanging fruit. It's very easy to just sign up with Amazon and dropship, and that creates a lot of competition, therefore driving down the price and not really making it worth our time to dropship. So let's do some basic calculations here. So if they're selling it at $29, and let's assume that they have a basic store or above, so their final value fee is going to be 9.15% plus a 2.9% fee from PayPal. So we're going to just round that off to around 12%, and all we have to do is the inverse, which is going to be 12% or 0.88. We're going to multiply it by that, and that's going to give you your gross revenue on that sale. We should also subtract 30-cent transaction fee from PayPal, and that brings us down to $25.22. Basically, that's going to be what's left over after eBay and PayPal take out their fees for this item. Now, if they are going over to Amazon and buying this for $24.99 and they're only making 23 cents on that item, that's really small profit margins. That's about 1.5% front end profit, and most likely what they're doing is completely making this business model on the 5% credit card, which a lot of on Amazon dropshippers are doing. They're pretty much basing their whole model off of a 5% credit card, and that's not really smart because you have very thin margins when doing that. Not to mention it's not sustainable and there's a lot of competition on it. It doesn't make sense to do that when you're making such slim margins. So that's my first point, is that it's extremely competitive, low margins, and we want to be going where other people are not going. And Amazon is the lowest hanging fruit in the game. So moving on, what is Amazon Logistics? Amazon Logistics is Amazon's own in-house carrier. That's a shipping carrier. And the reason that Amazon does this is to compete with the likes of UPS, USPS, and FedEx, the three major United States carriers. And if they can bring as much of the end-to-end delivery in-house as possible, it saves them a lot of money. So it makes sense that Amazon would introduce their own carrier system, and that's where Amazon Logistics comes in. They've been around for a couple of years now, but every single year they are, using it more and more and expanding it more and more. And when I first started dropshipping, there was only about 20-something% of all deliveries being made through Amazon Logistics, and now it's over 30. I want to say it's over 35%. Don't quote me on that, but it's definitely over 30% and it's growing year over year. So what that means for us is that if we're drop shipping these products on eBay, that is a telltale sign that you are clearly breaking eBay's terms of service when it comes to their drop shipping policy, because Amazon Logistics has something that is known as a TBA number, which is their own unique tracking number. And it starts off with the letter TBA and then a series of numbers. And eBay does not accept that in its raw form as a valid tracking number. So what Amazon to eBay dropshippers have figured out cleverly is by using a company called BLUECARE Express. This is their website, and you'd put that TBA number and you would get a unique BLUECARE Express number. Okay, and that BLUECARE Express number basically converts that Amazon Logistics number into something that you can then go and upload into eBay to show eBay that you have uploaded a tracking number, and so that your metrics don't get affected for not putting in a tracking number, and also to avoid any issues with the buyer saying that they never got the product because there was no tracking upload. But this is what BLUECARE Express does, and it's kind of a strange thing that eBay would accept BLUECARE Express as a carrier, because they're not really a carrier. It's kind of like a fictitious company that somehow was created and accepted into eBay, but it's a dead giveaway. And I would be naive to think that eBay doesn't know that all of these numbers that are being converted into BLUECARE Express numbers are, somehow not related to Amazon. I would be very naive to think that. So moving on, what is going to happen on the buying side of Amazon? And we used to do a lot of purchasing through Amazon, because when we first started in 2017 with retail drop shipping, we were only using Amazon as our supplier, and we were doing hundreds and hundreds of purchases every single day. One of the biggest issues with that is that you're going to trip some flags in Amazon's buying account system that you cannot get around, or you have to keep making new accounts to get around. And this right here is going to be one of the issues. And what happens is when you have an Amazon business account, you get Amazon Business Prime. And one of the things that often does happen is this right here. So we see this email come in, and this is after several thousand transactions. Basically, somebody goes into your customer account and they review it, and they see that you are maliciously using your account to buy products and resell them, which is against their buying terms of service. So you'll get a message like this, and I had it happen many times. It says, "Hello, after a review of your details, we have determined it is necessary to close your Amazon.com account. Any pending orders have been canceled. We may not reply to further emails about this issue." Okay, so it may or may not have changed since when I took that screenshot, but pretty much that's how it always gets sent. It's a canned message, it's a template. And once that happens, everybody always goes, okay, I'll open up a new account. And then they just keep opening up these new accounts, and the cycle repeats. But one of the things that we used to do in the past was we would extend our Business Prime and our tax exemption status over to these new accounts, and it was a click of a a button. Now they've kind of pulled the plug on that on the Amazon side. So not only are you going to have issues with starting up all these brand new Amazon accounts, you're also not going to have as easy of a time with extending your tax exemption on Amazon and starting these new accounts and getting all the Prime benefits, because Amazon is seeing what you're doing and it's going against their terms of service. So you have the supplier, they're getting upset over time, and then you have the selling platform, and that's going to be eBay. All right. So what's going to happen to your eBay account? Well, the first thing that's going to happen is more than likely you're going to get a message that looks a lot like this. Okay. This is the first slap on the wrist. It says selling practices policy updates, seller notice. We've determined that you haven't followed our selling practices dropshipping policy. There is evidence on your account that you are purchasing items from an online retail or marketplace site after you sell the items on eBay and having that retailer ship them directly to the customer. This is in violation of the policy. The account will not be eligible for top rated program until it is in compliance. So a lot of times people will get this as a slap on the wrist, just kind of an indication to eBay that they're saying to you, we're watching you. We have evidence to suggest that you are doing retail dropshipping, also known as dropshipping from Amazon to eBay. We do not want you to do this. You should now become in compliance with this policy, or else other things are going to happen. And they don't specifically say that, but based on my experience, this is just the preliminary message. Okay, so that's going to be the first thing. The next thing is you're going to have a flagged account. And now this is what a flagged account looks like. You can go into your promoted listing campaigns and you can see these metrics. You can see impressions, clicks, and sold. That's going to be the amount of items that you've sold. Now, if you follow this graph right here, this is showing you on this side right here, that's going to be your y-axis. It's showing you the amount of impressions over time, right, through September, October, and it's a pretty normal and steady amount, over 100,000. At one point, it's even 150,000. And then by the time October 31st happens, it's like you had a sync turned on and then all of a sudden they just turned it off. And that's going to be an account flag or a throttle. And you can see that it sustains at a very, very low amount, pretty much 95+% of decrease in impressions from the period before here. So that's a tiny amount of impressions, and it does not recover over time. That is an indication that your account has been flagged. And when you have a flagged account, your account is flagged because of drop shipping. This is basically a drop ship flag. Now, to compare it, this is what a normal, healthy, unflagged account looks like. You can see that steady growth in a linear direction, and there's no downward trend, and there's no downward sustained place where there's no impressions. Okay, so that's going to be the two things that are going to happen at first. Is you're going to get a message from them saying you lost your top rated seller status. If you didn't have your top rated seller status, you won't get this, and you will only get a flagged account. And another thing that they do, and they've been more and more strict on this in recent years, is hitting people with MC011s. And this is going to be a MC011 message in which they are asking for proof of purchase of the items that you listed and sold. Now, if you're buying items from Amazon, you're not getting invoices because it's not a wholesale supplier. You are getting receipts. So if you provide them with a receipt that says, yes, I bought these items from Amazon.com and had them shipped to the customer, yes, that's going to equal an automatic suspension, and they're not going to let you sell on that platform anymore because you're directly not in compliance with their drop shipping policy. So this is what will happen over time. Sometimes it's hard to predict when it will happen, or what methods that they're using behind the scenes to detect these things. But BLUECARE Express is certainly one thing. In this day and age, we're in 2020, these programs like eBay are using artificial intelligence to locate certain things like direct matches on UPCs. Also, the product images, those product images can be easily detected back to Amazon or Walmart or whatever retail site you're using. There's a lot that goes into this that we can't see behind the scenes, but I can guarantee you it is taking place. And the easiest solution to all this is to stop using sites like Amazon. It's clear to me that eBay eBay's number one competitor is Amazon. They're really trying to put a stop from people from drop shipping from Amazon onto eBay. So why would you do it? It's not good for their marketplace. They don't want us to do it. They explicitly say it in their dropshipping policy, and it's only going to be a huge aggravation for you in your business. So if you want to take your business serious, you need to go elsewhere and stop using Amazon. There's many factors as to how they can tell what you're doing, and there's various levels of how hard they're going to come down on you, but at the end of the day, you're going to be walking on eggshells, and it's not worth it. Not to mention, you have very slim profit margins when dropshipping from Amazon. Wouldn't you want to go and do something that's more proper, more on board, and in compliance with eBay's dropshipping policy? Why would you not go to obscure retail suppliers or go with wholesale dropshipping suppliers? That's what they want you to do. Not to mention, you're going to have less competition and much, much higher profit margins. Okay, so there you have it. Those are going to be some real life examples of why you should not be dropshipping from Amazon onto eBay. You're really going to have very slim profit margins. You're going to get caught eventually. It might not be today, it might not be next week, it might even take a couple of months, but they will catch you, and they're going to come down with some type of penalty, whether it's account throttles and flags, whether it's loss of top rated seller status, and or an MC011 at some point, and then you're really in trouble because they're not going to ever want you to sell on their platform again, and you're going to have to go down a stealth route, which is a lot more of an aggravation, honestly. So that's what's going to happen. Do not do it. There's so many indications, so many telltale signs. These companies are a lot smarter than you or I know. They have a lot of information, and they can tell. It's not rocket science. I could tell. Honestly, I could probably sit here and tell how many of you guys are drop shipping if you just give me like 5 seconds to look at your account. It's so easy to tell exactly where you're drop shipping from. I'm sure eBay has no problem doing it. So if you guys enjoyed this content, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, and hit the little bell notification so that every single time I put out videos just like this, you will be notified. Also, down in the description below is a link to my brand new Instagram profile. Make sure to go follow that profile. I put a ton of dropshipping tips and a lot of motivation that I don't talk about anywhere else. So make sure to follow my Instagram. If you guys have any comments or questions, make sure to ask them down below. I answer all of those myself. I understand a lot of people have drop shipped from Amazon onto eBay in the past, and people are creatures of habit. I get that. But you need to learn something new. You need to go out there and diversify yourself. And really, you have to get a competitive advantage, because if you're just dropshipping from Amazon, you're really not making much margins. And it's such a low hanging fruit. There's no barrier to entry, and it's just going to cause so many aggravations. You got to go where other people aren't willing to go and put in the extra effort if you want to take this business seriously. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.